Also got a bit off this Cyclops item.
Does he have anything else?
Can we take an ear?
What do we have to roll to find something?
Can
You
we
managed to take his
transport the ear?
eye. And he's not that big. You could transport his ear, but be a bit heavy.
So yeah, does he have anything else on him besides the gold? Do we have to roll to try and find
He
something?
has like a large club and some rocks and the clothes he's wearing, but other than that, like he has, yeah.
A Cyclops toenail are pretty strong. They can make good armor.
My time trying to hack through him, apparently.
That's,
You could make armor out of him. It'd be good.
We can skin him and make a
No
tent.
armor for me, thanks.
We'll make a Cyclops tent that will smell horrible, but it will be durable. Not even a
No,
meteorite
you'll-
shower will break it.
We'll skin him. We'll go through the process of skinning him. We'll clean it, and then
That'd be a
we'll
lot of leather.
polish it, and then we can have a
Can
tent.
we take all the skin? That's the question. And who can get the skin off best? Because this is a survival
I feel
role,
like
probably.
whoever. My survival is
Yeah,
0, so.
It'd be a survival roll, yeah.
I have 3 since it's my wisdom
Right,
bonus,
we don't need to skin the whole Cyclops. We could just take enough to make a tent, right? For each. I have.
This D&D campaign is about making it now. There were no objections.
Wait, what? How's my? Oh, right, yeah,
At least you
gold.
don't have to take any hands or hair or stuff like that.
Nope.
I'm gonna do the skinning. Fuck.
You managed to
Skin yourself.
Do I just lose a hand? I can put that back on.
Not that bad. You like while trying to skin this Cyclops, you just managed to, no matter where you tried to start skinning, you just end up ripping it really badly, and
Oh.
the whole skeleton, like the whole Cyclops, just looks like you cut it up so badly. You've done an awful butchering job of it, and you don't.
You know,
reckon
my
there's any
mom
skin
never
you
taught
can
me
take
how
now.
to really be a girl and all.
And skin
So
things
you say-
properly.
Dead.
You just low rolled us out of getting the tent.
We still have the eyeball. Trust me, that eyeball is gonna be worth shit.
I wanted a Cyclops skin tent.
That's a good point. Is he like fire resistant? Is Cyclops fire resistant? This is a good question.
Very hard skin.
Not fire resistant. No, it's not got like.
It's
Very
just
strong.
very dullable leather. Can we still take the toenails?
Oh, you get to carry.
They're
it.
very durable. We can make some good shit with it.
I'd say
very difficult.
I'd say that wasn't counted in your first survival roll. Make another one.
Okay, does anyone want to trust me? I mean, I have the wisdom bonus, but do you want to trust me again? Because these dice suck.
Just roll. Just go.
Fuck.
You suck.
I told you! I should have proclaimed the 20. I should have abused RNG. It works every time, and yet I never use it.
You don't manage to fuck up as badly this time, but you've
Well, how badly did I do on the scale of
You-
1
you
to 10
break-
of fucking up?
you broke a couple of
8.
his toenails in half, and like you sort of got usable bits, but you don't have like any full toenails. Fucking
I
weird.
believe Sam might have had a higher wisdom than me.
No,
I'm
Sam does
not
not have a higher wisdom than you. I'm fairly sure.
God damn it.
Sam's
No one has
dumpster.
higher wisdom than 3. I'm pretty
Why do
sure.
I have high perception? Why do I have so much dexterity and wisdom? Why does no one surpass me?
I have 16 intelligence.
That's pretty good.
Uh,
Alright, onwards we go. We're done here. We fucked up. Well, I fucked up. We gotta go. Corpses are gonna start to rot. I don't want to preserve that shit.
okay, So you're probably about a day away from the town of Red Lodge now.
Oh, nice.
You're getting into late evening of the day you were on, but not late, like the end of a day's journey. When you encountered the Cyclops.
Alright.
So you're probably about another day away from Red Lodge. In fact, I can...
Alright,
Regrets
so
is not
onwards, I guess.
Dark Tubes just reminded me Regrets isn't dead. Fuck.
Alright. Keep going
on this map,
on
you're
horses.
probably about here.
Probably about. Hold on, I can't see my character sheets in the way. Where did you say?
I marked it in green on the map.
Well, that's very
I put an
useful since
X.
my map is fucking green.
It's an X. Look along the
Don't
long
see it.
road.
Oh, there.
Yep.
I love that it's called the Long Road.
It's a long road.
It's a good naming scheme they have going. Just call things what they are. I feel like that's
Sword Mountains.
something-
There's just like swords in
something
the mountain.
real. Exactly.
Crypt
Feel like
Garden
this is
Forest.
something
There's
the
just
real
crypts
world could
everywhere.
learn from.
I wonder what kind of trees grew in the high forest.
We could find out later. Go.
Are you going to ask them who waters their trunks? Because I don't think they would appreciate that.
There's just a bunch of rangers. So who waters your trucks?
Oh, Christ.
Do we run into anything while we're traveling? Especially with the Cyclops eyeball?
We could go bowling with the eyeball.
I mean, if it came down to a situation where I could throw the eyeball at our enemies and kill them, I would do it.
Does it have enough mass? Does it weigh that much? That's the question.
I bet it does.
We gotta
prefer an
find out.
eyeball, at least.
So
I can slice it open and weigh it down with Merrick's body.
if as you go to camp for the night, you know, although you're all a bit uneasy because of Merrick's death,
I'm fine.
Dragging him along with us.
I'm used to people dying on me.
What?
It's quite morbid because it's supposed to be.
Perfect.
the
Even
night
try to
passes
kiss it
without much
first.
incident.
More failed rolls. Excellent.
Not failed.
You know, this corpse is
Minute
starting to
snake
rot. I
oil.
think I need to preserve it. Let me
Well,
just roll a 1 and end up killing
he's-
it forever.
See, he's the one failing. We're the ones succeeding.
I have the highest bonuses and everything, and I just fuck it up anyways, because RNG.
Yep.
Yay. You haven't prayed to RN Jesus enough.
I need Snake to, like, blow on
Have
my
I
face.
told you about our Lord and Savior, Yog Saron? He is the
I'd like
greatest
to hear.
Hearthstone card. He is the greatest Hearthstone card. He will bless you with his
know.
mighty RNG powers only if you pray to him in Twitch chat.
I just like him killing himself. That's the best thing. The first spell just goes off. He's dead. No more.
It used to not be like that. It used to be better.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when like he could kill himself
but he
and
just
he would
keeps
still
going.
keep going.
I like when it got really silly, like he transformed it. Just kept going. He's now a frog.
Transforms himself into a sheep and gives himself +10/+10.
And Wind Fury. Beautiful.
So the night passes. You move on to the next day,
Nice.
and without really seeing anyone else on the road, you arrive in the village of Redlarch.
Is there a church?
I
Or
feel
any
like it's too
cathedral.
soon. Let's just wait until Jman gets here before we go arriving anywhere.
I feel like one of us should be controlling people when they leave. Not Snake, because I don't trust him.
If you want to do it that way, I'm perfectly okay with you guys controlling other players.
Yeah, but that requires us to get access to the character sheets.
Well, yeah, and when
That is
Snake
true.
does
I
it,
could
at
do
least
that.
They can hit things.
You should
So
have it so like, the character pulls you aside and tells you everything about him. So then we can actually use him.
you'll have arrived at this end of town, South End.
Yes.
Hey, what's over here?
So, did you just ping the little puddle over there?
Yeah, what's this area? Because, like, that's probably
like
no
a puddle.
puddle, because in comparison to the house, it's probably like a little pond.
Yeah,
it's a puddle.
It's like a pond or a lake.
Which is just a big puddle.
So we're just dragging a corpse and a Cyclops eyeball through town.
Well,
Hey
Merrick had
guys.
his own horse, so you could probably have put him on the horse.
So our
That's even
horse is
worse.
dragging her.
No,
he's on
put him
top.
on the
He's
horse.
on top. He is on top of the horse as if he's still alive.
Does any of us have, like, puppeting skills? Can someone
No, hold on. I'm gonna go close my
I'm
door.
not putting my
roll for
hand up there.
puppeteer? So is there a cathedral or church of any sort?
Um,
Door is closed.
you you spot a local who mentions that like near the crossroads in the middle of town there's
Yes.
a small shrine called the All Faiths Shrine.
Oh, what?
The All
All
Faiths.
Oh,
So
all
I'm guessing
faces.
probably be this one.
They don't have a like a church to one
Oh.
god per se. They have like traveling priests will come along to the town.
I mean, I don't trust that as much because they could be just as inexperienced as I can, but it's worth a shot. We gotta go there.
No, we don't.
We have someone dead.
Yeah, we do.
Waste
We
of
can at
time.
least take him there to see if there's anyone who can, look after the body. It's kind of been rotting a
Good
bit.
point.
Okay, yeah, perhaps that's
Good
a bit
point, Sam. All right, let's go to
That
the
was,
tribe.
that was
fair enough.
tailing, but okay.
Good point, Tailing and Sam.
And the voice of a god,
They
I
just
guess, of
speak
this
in
universe.
sync. They just speak in perfect sync, emotionless.
I imagine that's how it goes, you know.
I usually don't speak for Sam. I've tried to sort of get rid of her as a character.
Shove her off
Wow.
into the corner. She's not there.
You don't pay attention to her. She doesn't exist.
So we go to the shrine, I guess. We have to. There's no
Objection.
choice. Okay. Okay, what's your
No, it's
objection?
fine. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just trying to be a good party leader. Listen to everyone.
It
Um,
was just a joke.
I can't remember what god do you worship?
I worship the god of harvest.
I'm gonna.
How
have
does
to
that
look
have anything
Am I
to
gonna
do
run
with
into, like, a
reviving
tr-
people?
Am I gonna run into a god that I have like beef with and we're gonna fight?
Well, it's not a god, but
Hopefully not a god. I wouldn't mind fighting a priest.
You're gonna see a cleric versus cleric. No one's gonna hit any hits. It's just gonna
so
be
looking
constant
for
swings, but no hit.
Well, maybe not you, but
Faces
I'll
and front
definitely hit
rows.
someone.
God of Harvest. Oh,
I
Sean
can't guarantee that I won't hit you, though.
the goddess of agriculture.
Of course.
It's like but
Um,
now, what exactly in the God of Harvest makes you be able to bring people back to life?
They must
I mean,
pledge their life to farm.
there-
It's like in fucking what's the book? Percy Jackson, when they confused Kronos the Titan for Kronos the God. Where Kronos the Titan is the Titan of Harvest, and Kronos the God is the God of Time.
Hmm.
It's like your God of Harvest has now the ability to reverse time and bring people back to life. What?
I feel like it works with the worshipping kind of deal. Worshipping a god gives them some form of power that they can use. So the more shrines and worshippers that...
So if we just stop worshipping gods, they will stop
Yes!
interfering with mortals.
You'd have to kill a lot of people and make them submit, though.
I
Um, So
I don't see a bad side in this.
you arrive at the small shrine. It's actually this building here,
Fuck.
next to the larger one. The larger one's actually looks like an inn.
Oh,
Um,
well, I guess I know where Master's going.
There's two people inside the shrine right now. A male and a female human.
Ugh, humans.
Disgusting.
Oi!
Ugh, humans.
But they are people of
The
faith.
I'm a fireball you.
the male
Great.
looks quite
Alright.
quite well built.
Hold on,
You
let
know,
me
he's,
just...
he's quite muscular.
Oh, okay.
And the female looks a lot more sort of not plain, but less like she's seen combat.
I feel like the male is an escort of some sort.
We should find out.
hmm.
As they see the male who sort of, I mean, they both look to be priests. They're both wearing priestly garbs.
Oh.
But,
They're escorts, eh?
I don't trust buff priests. That seems a bit out of place.
It could be battle priests.
Battle priest, of course.
That's the thing.
They
I
have.
suppose make a religion check, Ubage. Yeah.
Religion. Yes.
Um,
Perfect.
You
Wait,
recognize.
do I have a higher religion than you do?
Perhaps.
I do.
The male?
I skipped out on a few days of religion.
I
The
am
male
probably
has.
the least religious person here.
The male has symbols of the god Tempest, who is the god of war.
Ah,
Oh dear.
Oh,
Makes sense.
And the female has the
have you
holy
heard of
symbol.
our Lord and Savior, Yogg-Saron, the god of death?
The woman has symbols for the goddess Sun, the goddess of love and
is
beauty.
it Soon or is it Suni?
Suni, there is no way to pronounce it.
I feel
I'm
like
not
either
seeing-
way
Okay,
this
yeah, either
revival
way.
can go wrong somehow.
Well, of course it can.
Well, we could
Yeah.
go with the god of love because that's kind of the good pick here, but what about the god
mean-
of war?
I
Just
don't
what
know.
about
will,
it?
will we get a
Do it.
better? Will we get a better J-man if we go for the god of war? Will he be better at fighting?
No, I feel like this backfires and there's specific results to who your god is.
You
They're casting the
know
same spell.
you know that
Well, yes, but they're still different gods, aren't they?
like clerics of Sune or Sune are usually kind of, they're almost like sort of family healers. You know, they officiate marriages, they work with families a lot, so they're quite associated with life in some ways, you know.
Well, not the kind of life that we're looking at, are we?
I don't think we're trying to get a corpse married.
Why not?
Merrick fell in battle, so it seems like we talked to the God of War priest
Yeah, but
first.
Thank you.
if Jman comes back and, you know, he's not only alive,
If
but
he's on a
married,
raging frenzy, we kill him and then we revive him again.
If he's married, I feel like
And
he's
then we
going to just
marry
be
him off.
pissed.
We need to make this marriage work, this corpse and this lady. No, we're talking to the god, the war priest first.
The war priest has noticed you, and he sort of is the one that speaks up.
Of course.
How convenient.
He says, "Oh, hello there, folks. What can I do for you?"
We have a dead guy for you to revive.
One of Arna's fallen in battle.
Look, I feel like we should just be straight up.
a
person needs a person again.
a fallen comrade.
Yep.
Okay.
He's very dead. He just got mauled
It
by a
seems
Cyclops.
like he's stuttering. I don't know if this...
I'll admit that I've never done. I'm assuming it's a resurrection spell you would like. I'll
Yeah,
admit I've
first time
never
for everything.
done one before, but I know the principles of it. It will take me a couple of days to prepare.
Of course it
Will that
will.
be all right?
And how
Yeah.
much would be the
The
expenses?
plot demands it.
Can you pay for it with a Cyclops eyeball?
No, we have to bid that off. That cost a lot more than you think it...
Ugh.
But not here. This town is full of shit.
Yeah. What must we pay?
The temple does have the material components on hand, but I will request obviously a form of payment.
How much is that payment exactly?
Obviously.
450 gold pieces, please.
So we leave Merrick with 50 gold pieces. Alright,
Well, yeah, but he
we'll
has
keep
to
in
be
mind
alive.
and we'll consider you great. We know what we're going with here. Alright, we're gonna talk to the
Leaving
lady
him
now.
dead?
That is one. It is unlikely, but it is something that we will consider. We're gonna talk to the lady now.
Quick thing, Ubage. Can
What?
you make a stealth check for me?
That was not very stealthy.
It's a
What do
stealthy
you
one.
expect?
I have a good I have a good dexterity, so
No, not
I guess
you,
that isn't good
Belch.
for me.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be. I have push
the
to talk, Max.
You burp and then someone just comes out of
Yeah.
invisibility.
No, I distract them by burping.
so the male cleric sort of looks at you for a second.
Oh, I know what's happening here.
It's like, oh, I think I recognize you.
No, you don't. Now, close it for now. I'll be talking to you later. I'm going to talk to the lady now?
Yes, no. I've heard word of yes.
Heard a word of yes.
Someone looking for you. Yes. Just told to keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
You're getting the wrong
I'll-
person, obviously.
I'll let them know that you're here.
Sure. Sure.
God damn
Why
it.
not? Do it.
He's not like, oh, I'm gonna capture you. And, yeah, I'm just gonna tell him that you're here. There's nothing you can do about it. You fucked.
Should I fireball him?
I mean, if you want to get
yet.
in trouble,
Wait till he gets the other people, then fireball all of them at once.
when it hits not dark and he tries to leave, we kill him. Okay, now we're gonna talk to the lady now.
Ugh.
So, lady, I see that you are a follower of the god of love, and you would know much in the revival, would you not?
No, actually, I have no idea what you're talking about.
She just doesn't
I mean,
talk.
I will be right back.
I'm afraid I'm not quite as experienced a cleric as Imdar over here. I don't think I'd be the one who'd be able to help you. I'm more of a, you know.
I fix other kinds of issues.
Yeah, I'm more of a minor wounds kind of cleric.
Minor wounds, is that what they call them now?
She manages his couples therapy, obviously.
Minor wounds.
Couples therapy. The very violent ones where they hit each other.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm pretty disgusted with the choices. I'm gonna have to go with the war god because he's my best. Wait, actually, before I do that, I would like to see if any of them are lying. So,
Okay.
what role would that be?
I guess an insight check.
Right.
Yeah, none of them seem to be lying to you. You know.
Good. They all know what they're doing.
The God of War almost seems too honest. Like, you know, he didn't need to tell you that he was going to.
Yeah, he's a little bit not that sharp. I don't know if we want him to be handling the revival, but this lady doesn't know any better, and I don't have the experience, so we just gotta go with what we got. If it fucks up, I'll get high enough level at some point to do it myself.
I'll get high enough to do it at some point.
Yeah, I'll go to the high forest and learn the ways of revival.
Hey, I don't think that's how it works.
So I'm going to pay him the expenses of reviving Merrick, and then leave him with the body.
Okay, so you're paying him now for the resurrection.
Well, do you...
Yeah, you'll
Hold
take
on.
the money whenever.
No, hold on. Joe,
Mhm.
do you want me to give him the money now, or do you think we should keep onto it, just in case he tries to back out last second?
I'm pretty sure he expects an upfront payment anyway.
Okay, we're giving it to him up front. He is way too honest. He just like he just like tears off his clothes all the time. Just fucking.
So, the man takes Merrick's body and lays it down on a little altar at the back of the temple. Which, to be honest, if he tried to do that with a human body, like, he wouldn't be able to do it. But because Merrick is that small,
He's very
he
small.
fits quite easily.
You know, I kind of just put him over my shoulder and carried him.
I can't imagine you would have had Tailing do that since he's like 7 foot tall.
Well, I mean, no. Eric's not gonna have that shit.
I always imagined Eric to be smaller.
Eric's like a high elf and around 6 feet somehow. Probably like 5'12", really. So let's go check out that pool. We'll check out the hills later. We got the revival in order. Now we can fuck around a little bit.
Let's just
you
we're
want
gonna
to-
go check out the hills, you cunt.
God damn it. Alright, we're gonna go check out them hills. And then this
Sorry.
pond.
We're not checking out the fucking pond
We will at
unless
some
it
point.
happens to be
I will
relevant.
I will sneak out. It just turns out like there's some kind of base under the pond, and like it could have advanced faster if I just didn't fuck around.
There is no way.
That would be a great.
I feel
plot
like that's just
twist.
gonna happen now just because Snake wants to spite me.
You never know.
Snake
All
won't
right.
do that.
Let's go check out those hills. So I guess we go to the end and we start asking around for room.
You guys heard
So,
anything about any hills?
Are you wanting to ask around about like
The hills.
so?
The hills
I'm
of
just quickly
eyes.
let you know there are. Just quickly
Did you
checking.
just say the hills are alive?
No, I said they have
So,
eyes.
Oh, so they're cake.
What?
Okay, so
What?
from where you are, you can actually see
Eyes,
3
Mouse,
different inns.
not lies.
It was either lies or the other thing. I forget now.
There are 3 inns
Eyes.
nearby. Is the one you prefer to go
Eyes.
to?
Ugh.
We're gonna go to the
Things
one
you have on your
closest, which
head.
is this one first.
The one next
Are
door.
we still
Okay.
Because I don't
dragging that
want to
one
split
around?
off anyone else. Because the last thing I want is have to deal with reviving another person.
Hmm.
I mean, at least that war guy will get more experience. So, are we rolling anything for?
Roll to get through the door.
The door just kills all of us. We didn't stand a chance.
Roll dexterity.
So this inn is called the Swinging Sword. It's
Mm.
probably the
So it's
largest.
People
like
who
our
have
kind of
swing
place.
swords in here.
Probably
So,
the
yeah,
largest building in the whole town.
You sure it's
Maybe
not a
bar
brothel?
bar 1.
If it's a
It
brothel,
sounds more
I'll
like
know.
a gay bar.
I'll smell it.
I'm sure
It's a
you
brothel
will.
with more men in it than women.
I think
Well,
Eric would be
that's
okay going
generally
to a
how
gay
it goes. Does it not?
No, more men as commodity, I guess.
Eric would definitely be okay with that.
Vic
More
does
men.
too.
Of course you would.
Not sure about Alexa. Alexa's pretty uptight, except with those centaurs. It's pretty
At
loose.
least,
Yeah.
at least she's not speaking.
I can try and pull off Alexa's voice. It probably
No,
won't go
you
well,
can't. Shut
though. You
up.
know what I'm capable of. Alright. So I'm gonna try and get to the door, like said. Will the door kill us?
Why are you dexterity saying?
Because it's a door!
It's not. It's not. You're not supposed to roll dexterity save when you do something. You're supposed to roll dexterity.
Good
Like
point,
so.
let me roll. Thank you.
It's still a miserable
You
failure.
open the door just fine. It's a normal
I
door.
was kind of hoping one of us would roll one and just get absolutely
Walk
messed
into
up.
the door.
You walk through the door. You just break it.
So the
Well, you'd have to roll a strength check for that, I
I was
guess.
hoping you wouldn't be able to open the door, then I'd have to break it down.
We don't have enough money. We can't keep breaking doors freely.
Yeah, we can. Watch
Sure we
me.
can.
We'll be known as the door breakers.
Firebolt. A firebolt is a
Robbers.
cantrip. I can use it as much as I want.
so
I can
you come
probably
into
yell a door down.
Of course you can.
You come into the inn and it's because you've arrived. It's getting towards the end of the day, so there's quite a few people sort of sitting within the tavern itself, drinking.
Hey!
And
By the way,
the
a side note. Where is the Cyclops eyeball? And is it
assumed
on
was
me?
with the horses.
It
Yeah.
should have been on me.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Why are you in an inn with a Cyclops eyeball?
Because this is gonna go for a lot of money. This is important.
I feel like
Can't
you
let
should
go
go
of it.
to you should probably go to the market square or something like that.
Also, it's called the swinging sword. I bet if someone walked in with an eyeball, everyone would be like, "Cheers!" or some shit. They'd be fucking excited.
Yes.
Be filled with
Yes, bring it in and
barbarians.
maybe they'll
we
buy
don't
us
know.
some
No, we
drinks.
just sort of slam it on the bar counter.
Do we have to roll for that too? Can one of us just slam our heads into the counter?
I
Strength
probably
check.
could just walk
Why
up
are
to
you
it.
wanting to slam your head into the?
This needs to become as horrible as possible.
I didn't say head. I said the eyeball.
Eye.
You cunt.
I know.
What's
I'm
wrong
confused. Why are
with
you wanting
you?
to slam the eyeball into?
We
Counter?
don't. We should really
Because
be careful.
we want to give a show of force. Like we've killed a Cyclops. Here's
Yeah,
the proof.
throwing a trophy on the table kind of thing.
Can we open the door with the Cyclops eyeball? This just gets worse and worse.
What are you
We
gonna
need to
do?
just-
Throw it through the door?
I just kind of like squeeze it onto the doorknob and kind of turn it.
Onto the door.
Yeah. It's a doorknob warmer, except it's a giant eyeball.
Oh god. Like those things that keep kids from opening the doors.
Alright, but in all seriousness, we are asking around for rumors and stories of the hills that are coming up. Oh, so sudden.
So, the woman who seems to run the place seems
Tells you to get
incredibly
out.
friendly with you. You know, she sees weapons and stuff on the belts and says, "Oh, you must be adventuring folk."
Yep, the adventuring folk that killed a Cyclops.
Adventuring folk. All right. Sure. Let's
like
call
this
ourselves
in.
to that.
I mean, a Cyclops there must mean you're pretty strong then.
Yeah.
Define
Yep.
strong.
They wouldn't
Well,
let me break your door though.
Well, I'm glad of that. I'd rather keep my door, thanks.
Aw.
Alright, Joe. I know you best for investigation. I need you to interrogate this woman and get info out of her.
Don't give me free drinks.
I don't think I can do that again.
Especially to a woman.
No, I just don't think I'm not
You're not-
sure how I did it the first time around. I don't know how I'm capable of this.
I believe in you. In your life-threatening capability.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna get kicked out so fast. Alright, I'm just gonna ask normally.
Do you know anything
Yeah,
about any
flirt with her or
hills?
something.
Do you know anything about any hills that are popping up recently?
Not heard anything. I mean, are you talking about the hills to the north?
Yep, those would be the ones. Do you
The
know anything about them?
sudden popping up
As in-
hills.
Not sudden popping up. They've been there forever.
What?
As in,
I've heard rumors about hills popping up randomly around here,
Oh.
these parts.
I've not heard anything about that.
So
But
this
there
inn
is some weird stuff in the hills.
Oh,
Oh,
we'll note
No,
what is that weird thing?
oh, it's weirdly foggy there, even though
Oh
it's a
God.
bright sunny day anywhere else.
Oh, I know exactly where this is going.
Tell me, how much
No.
is your how much does the drink that's fanciest cost? How much?
I feel like this is not.
No, I have a good idea.
This is
Well,
important.
that can go so wrong.
You'd never have good ideas.
Trust me.
Asking
about
the
drinks
fanciest
is
drink
always
she
important.
has costs 2 gold.
Wow, that's
That's the
That's
kind of
fanciest.
cheap.
pathetic in our case.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, I buy it, and I
I buy
It's
50
a-
of them.
Buy 50 of them. No, I buy one of them and I raise it up and I said, first lot that tells me something about the strange thing in the hills gets. So
You're an
this
idiot.
is packed in, right? Someone's got to go for the bait.
For the bait.
It's obvious going to be someone who's lying, but that's why we got perception. We know this, I think.
You're an idiot.
Hey, it's the best thing we've got right now.
No,
What
it's
do you
not.
think we should do?
We know of a place with fog now. I feel like we should go investigate it because I think I know where this is going.
I'd like to
And I
gather a
don't
little
like
bit of
it.
info.
I'm gonna buy
I-
2 gold worth of the cheap stuff, and then just kind
Okay.
of sit in the corner while they're figuring all this out.
Okay. Tailing joins you.
Welcome, Taylor. Have a drink.
Tailing and
And
Sam just walk side
I'm
to
guessing-
side. They just sit down at the same time.
Sam's actually disappeared. You don't know where she's gone.
Oh shit.
Fuck
She
me.
sort of she mentioned something
Books.
about needing to see someone just as you got to the shrine, and then headed off.
Mm,
She said what? Sorry?
it'll be hard to
Said something
follow.
about needing to see someone.
Oh,
Hope
of
it
course.
wasn't about a dog, because I have dog.
It's probably going to be something to do with the cult.
I can't wait for drunken ramblings about horse.
I'm sure Alexa as well.
Oh, me and Alexa can have a drinking contest.
You can determine her worth now. Perfect.
Yes.
Absolutely useless, that's what it's going to be.
Wait, hold on. This is important.
I'm sure Alexa drinks. In fact, I'm fairly sure in your first bit with them,
Yeah,
Alexa
she already
started
drank me
drinking.
a bit.
Yeah, she just fucking downs wine glasses. Have you seen it? It's a legend. So do I get any running after my trap for info?
No one seems to have any additional information on the hills.
Mm,
But there's a young half elf
Oh boy.
says
Better than a human.
I've got no information about the hills, but I can tell you about there was that delegation from Mirabar that went missing not long ago.
Where did you go missing?
Well, somewhere between here and the town of Beliard to the north.
hmm.
Very useful.
So
Go on.
you know that area travels through them hills, and people have gone missing there.
How many?
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Well,
Well, a
the
delegation,
whole-
apparently.
a delegation of dwarves. There's quite a lot of them, I think.
Hmm. Could you give us a specific date?
Well, they were in Beliard. Let's see, 10 days ago. So
Has this happened afterwards at all?
Hmm?
Has this happened again? Is this the only case of this happening?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna roll for insight to see if he's telling us any lies here.
Hey,
Um,
pretty well.
No, it doesn't seem to be telling you any lies.
All right, he gets the drink. He did well.
That's a very nice drink, sir. Thank you.
He calls me sir. Yeah, that's damn right.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, what we know now is that there's something in the hills. Dwarves have gone missing when going through the
Mhm.
hills, and this has
dwarves
been.
missing through hills is kind of wrong.
We can assume that they all traveled at once, so this is something enough to take out like a whole pack of dwarves.
I'm sure
So-
it won't be enough to take out us.
Definitely. I mean, we could kill 10 Cyclops and lose only 2 Merrics. So obviously, that's 2 Merrics worth. We're gonna use it as value now. So obviously, we need
Cyclops.
we need to find a way to investigate this without getting kidnapped ourselves, because whatever travels through that path is getting taken somehow. We'd have to
Well, let's
assume that
go
has something to
travel
do
through
with.
that path.
Well, I guess sure. Let's just walk right into the trap.
Best
Should
way
we
to
wait
find
for
out who's
Merrick's
behind the
revival?
trap is usually by triggering it.
Should we wait for Merrick's revival? Do we need more manpower on this? Or should we gather more info waiting? This question.
No, we just go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just walk into the. But first, just in case that I die before I do this, I have to investigate this pond.
No,
just
you
to
don't.
be extra sure. What's in the pond, Snake?
Please tell me the pond gets him killed.
Those crocodiles. Perfect.
The area you go into looks like a it was once a quarry used by the people here, but it seems to have gone into disuse after it flooded a bit.
Okay, so we get naked and jump in, right?
No,
No.
no. There's
We
probably
go
lead
into
in
the
the water.
hills.
If you want to get sick, go ahead.
Okay.
Also, this quarry. So this is a hill, right?
Mhm.
And on like the beginning of the hill is the right.
Pardon?
This is the opening to the quarry, and it's at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
All right, noted. Anything that is related to hills is important, apparently. So we're gonna go on the path where people have gone missing. Let's get kidnapped, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Thing is, we're not going to get
Tailing-
kidnapped.
says before we head off, I want to check in with someone, and we should probably maybe wait to see if Sam's got anything since she disappeared so quickly.
Look. Are you
Yeah.
against progress too?
I mean,
I mean,
we have plenty of time to
I'm
dick
against-
around.
going into somewhere blind.
It's not going into
I mean,
somewhere blind. We
That's
know exactly
pretty much
what's,
all we've
we
ever
know-
done.
We know exactly what's going to happen to us. It's not going in somewhere blind.
We're going to be attacked by something or
And
someone,
it will kill one of us.
Something
It will
that
mostly
killed the
be
whole
something
group
very
of dwarves,
big.
and we
perhaps.
will lose another Merrick. I just
Can't
look
say
towards
that's a loss
Alexa,
that I'm not willing to take. So.
our newest Merrick.
Oh boy.
Besides,
My microphone
I mean-
stand fell. Hold on.
it is, after all, getting fairly late now. Perhaps we should rest before we head out.
Good point.
We should go
Just a
sleep in the quarry.
question. Where was the path to the hills again? On which side?
North, right?
The path into the hills is to. Just rally map up. It's called the Larch Path. So
The large or the large?
Larch.
Large. Okay.
It's like this one here.
Hmm. To the northeast.
So northeast, yeah.
Ah, might it have something to do with the red larch?
I mean, I was about to start questioning why there's a lonesome house. But then again, people can just have lonesome
People
houses.
don't like to live near other people sometimes.
Could also have a witch in it, but also it could just be a normal family.
Probably a witch, though.
A witch family.
A normal witch family.
Yeah, it's a sitcom,
normal
a witch family. Wait, that's an actual thing.
That
That's
is an actual thing.
Oh, I remember watching that. That was terrible. They have a movie about it too.
Are we
All
thinking
right.
about the same thing here? Because I feel like we might not be.
There's multiple. There's tons of
which-
things under witch and family in sitcom.
Fair enough. If it was terrible, why did they make a movie out of it?
I don't know why. Apparently, enough kids liked it, so they just said, "Fuck it, and make a movie."
Ah,
Money.
yes, the power of children.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, children.
Yeah, says the one who has them.
So
I know how you feel. I have a little brother.
I have
It's
2 little
horrible.
brothers as well.
Really
so.
not.
So I know exactly how Valador sounds. I would definitely know. I have an idea on what I need to know.
What?
Well, no, I
That
have an
doesn't
idea
sound
on
very
what I have to
convincing.
do. I'm going to probably go to the shrine and manipulate my voice so it sounds like Valador and try and get him to realize that I already know, that Valador already knows. The biggest jinx ever.
uh,
I swear to God, Valador is gonna get kidnapped.
So, the
yes.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
the woman offers you all rooms for the night if you want to take them. I know Marcel
Yeah.
Rico side.
Offers us. For how
Yeah.
much?
She says since you're adventurous, she'll give you a little discount.
Of
I like
course.
this.
Wink, wink.
Um,
I would have preferred the skin tent.
That's a very specific fetish.
and
I only fuck adventurers.
she'll offer you like 1 gold each per night.
That's pretty good.
You know, you're
Nope.
gonna run this inn down at some point.
It's inevitable. It's going to
I get-
happen. This whole city is going to burn.
She
So
said,
funny.
I get
It's going
plenty
to
of
be
business from
consumed by
locals,
hills.
it's fine.
Alright.
You get plenty of business from That doesn't make any sense. You're an inn.
We also serve alcohol.
Yeah,
Not very good alcohol.
doesn't have to be.
That fancy drink looked pretty good. If I know what it was. Who knows what it was? It was good. We gotta. Now, here's
Taylor
the thing.
appears to be drinking is like the regular stuff's pretty good too.
Yeah, but Tailing thinks everything's good. Why would we trust him on alcohol talk? Vigdis is a person of culture. They would know. So, I have a suspicion on this town. They're closest to the incident of Hill.
Yep.
They have tons of quarries that are going into hills.
Mm-hmm.
Are most of the inhabitants of
But
this
that's
town
how
human?
quarries work.
Yeah,
Yep.
good point. But are most of the inhabitants of these town of one race, of human, or bearing the same religion?
They all seem to be fairly. Yeah, it's a fair mix actually. You know, there's humans like are the majority, I'd say.
Don't
but
worry,
there's a
we're not
few
in Nazi
elves.
Germany.
There's like elves and halflings, a couple of dwarves. You know.
Well, I mean, I have my right to be suspicious. They're the closest to the incident.
This is not human supremacy movements. That's not what the hills are.
Also, the people here are a little bit too nice. I like that. Just a little bit too much, though. At some point, they probably will be threatened by fireballs and swords.
Oh yeah, they definitely will. But
Look
until
at it.
then,
Until then. Alright, I guess we're just gonna rest, and I'm going to sleep very closely to my Cyclops eyeball. Because that shit is going to be a lot of money.
I'm just gonna go sleep out in the quarry, I think.
turns out you get 1 gold for it.
Um,
I'm just-
Taylor says, I would sleep out in the quarry, but Alexa stole my blanket, so
I have an explorer's pack you can have.
I have a feeling that Alexa's.
I'm pretty sure my explorer's
That's
pack
funny.
has a blanket in it. A winter blanket at that. Oh no, I have just a winter blanket.
I have a feeling that Alexa stole everyone's blanket and just made a fucking pillow fort in the corner of the room.
You can have my winter blanket.
I have robes. I don't really care.
I have a
but
blanket.
before you head to bed, Sam's managed to find you, and
Of course, how convenient.
We can't get away from Sam. You think anyone can?
she just asked around if anyone's seen a group of adventurers.
Oh yeah, in the town which has an inn specifically geared towards adventurers.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
they,
it's called
they obviously
adventure.
don't
I
do
question
any
your
adventures
logic.
around.
counts.
I question it.
And she goes up to you, Joe,
Questioning intensifies. Come on.
and I'm pretty good. Actually, I have to whisper this to you.
Oh no.
I wish I brought a Cyclops here so I could hear this.
How would that help?
It wouldn't.
No, I'm
But
just
I'd have
gonna
a
give him
really big
Smiley
ear.
Hill instead.
Are you putting it on Discord or on?
I'll whisper to you in games.
Okay. That'll do.
I mean, I could fuck with you guys and make whispers start happening.
No.
Alright. You have fun with your little gossip chat. It's probably going to be important later, but this is your storyline and not mine, really.
Pretty sure my storyline is important for everyone at this point.
Well, of course you
Doesn't
think
really-
so.
I'm hoping
I
to kill
think the
someone
world.
that easily.
I think the world would agree with me.
What world? Most of the world wouldn't care about us.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I'm just trying to kill someone that easily overpowers me.
What?
Also, I like how in the top left it says "show previous page." Yeah, there's a little error
Oh
there.
boy. Well,
There's a little error.
that's quite fine. We'll do that. That's, yeah.
The land of show previous page.
Left error.
Ah, yes, of course, the fabled lands of previous page. Have you never heard of them?
They're of legend.
Legendary.
They make our lands look barren.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't
For
exist.
using print screen on the fucking PDF. Right. Sam also says that to the group at large that the man she went to talk to mentioned that there's a shepherd around town who's been talking about a graveyard popping up within the hills.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
A graveyard just popping up?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta put all our info together. and maybe we'll get a result of what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can look for this guy in the morning. Maybe he can, like, maybe this graveyard has something to do with the delegation.
Maybe we'll
I
find
feel
a
like
bunch
the
of
graveyard definitely has something to do with the popping up hills, so maybe it's a graveyard for dwarves. Who knows? A dwarfy yard.
So the night goes by without any incident. Of course, in inns, or some of you out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, I have to go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
How long will this take?
I don't know.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, looks like it's just me and you, Snake.
Okay.
You know what this means. So, baby. God damn it, I can't resist. I have an issue with it's like drugs. I even told my dad the same fucking thing. I went up to him and I'm like, Dad, let me give you a scenario. My worst moment. I smell a Girin.
I'm back.
Welcome back. That was loud. So morning comes.
Does he?
Yes, it does. And the woman who owns the inn comes up to you while you're having your breakfast and says, the gentleman, one of the priests next door, asked if you were around. He says
No.
he's got
We're not.
preparations for your
Oh, right,
for
yeah,
some
that.
ritual ready.
This is a trap.
It's probably not. Crazy bent. We should probably go check it out.
I don't like what's about to happen.
What, Jman coming back to life? You don't like
No,
that?
something worse. It was Valadar the whole. As if he's experienced enough.
Wow. So condemning. Turns out he's actually able to bring people back to life.
Valador was actually bringing people. The whole time he was just fucking with it. Yeah, I bring people back to life. I'm actually experienced. Just joshing you. He's he's a fucking. He's a bro priest, obviously.
Turns out he's also responsible for the hills.
He's like, yeah, I'll bring him back to life. And then we just restrain him in the basement and they die.
Yes. So those of you who were in the inn, obviously Mouse wasn't there; she's still sleeping. Arrive at the shrine, and
I just realized what Mouse just did.
What?
I had the same idea.
What?
Look at the hill. I had the same exact idea. Mouse, god damn it. Beat me to the punch.
Why won't... Okay, is this working? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
You're being brought back to life, hopefully. Hopefully. The idea is that we have an experienced, but not in revival, priest reviving
Okay.
you. And that is also a priest of the war god, so that's good in your favor, because essentially that is their job to, like, heal the wounds of the
Yeah.
damaged.
Yeah, unfortunately, ours is a little bit more than damaged.
Yeah, just a little bit, just fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now, the
your
question
body
is,
probably just a bloody pulp at this point. We've just been carrying a sack of your blood around.
are you going to be flat as paper, like you just were smashed into the ground? you
It's
gonna
like
be normal again?
Mario when you get crushed by the...
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to pull you back. We'll get one of those torture machines that pulls people apart, and we'll use that. He'll fix you.
There you go. Or do the beds that, like, stretch you out more.
Ooh.
So, you come in and the priest has like a large setup, you know, magical symbols and things like that surrounding Jman's body.
Hmm.
And he says, well, the female priest says, if you just give him a minute longer, the ritual is
body
almost completed.
explodes.
Hmm.
And as you wait a minute, there's sort of a radiant glow surrounds Merrick's body. And he comes back to life.
Yay! It finally
That was
happened.
disappointingly anticlimactic.
I'm alive?
So, Merrick, before you say anything, what did you see? What'd you feel?
We
I
don't
feel
care.
fine.
Moving on.
I just don't remember anything since we met that weird person.
You
That
mean
weird
this
lady.
person just like pulls along Alexa.
Yeah, that person.
Yeah. If you don't remember what happened, we got in fight to a Cyclops and we killed it.
You got, yeah, but you got squished very hard.
Oh.
I mean,
You
Lovely.
might feel a little bit of a aftershock of a concussion in your head right now, but that's
I
fine.
think I'm a
that's
little bit
normal.
shorter than I was before.
There you go.
Are there like pieces of the fucking club sticking out from him, or did they clean it off?
And
I would hope they clean that off.
the raised head, it heals a lot of his wounds. He's
Alright.
still not. I mean,
I'm feeling much better.
So we both got something from this. The priest got experienced at revival. We got Merrick back. And the Valador knows where I fucking am. So that's
Jman, you
Yeah.
currently have 1 hit point.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay.
oh dear.
Alright, let's go to the hills, guys. Let's go get kidnapped.
I was
If-
kind of hoping you'd make a joke about killing him again. Calm that 1 hit point, but
Can I fireball him?
oh no,
No.
that's what I'm expecting.
please.
There it is.
You also have a
Actually,
-4
since when do I ask
penalty.
for permission?
Wait, what was that?
You also have a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Okay.
Is this forever?
You say it's forever.
It basically means you need to take, you need to rest for a while.
Or we could speed up that process with healing. Now, because you have cleric health insurance.
William, shut up.
No, this is an important thing.
The
This is
priest does
important
say,
for Erica.
I would suggest a few days rest to allow him to recover.
Nope.
I
We
mean,
got 2 days.
We're leaving you here.
Yeah, they'll take care of you. I think
Wow.
we probably have to pay them more money, but
We're
Well, did
not
we
getting
need all
fucking
of
bogged down again.
also there is
Some
about
shitty
looking it up.
40
Hang on.
gold left from your
No, that's fine. I don't need gold anymore.
oh.
Dying has enlightened me.
Oh god,
Gold
no,
is
I don't
useless
like
when you
this.
die.
No, I don't. I want him back. No, I don't like this. He's not gonna chop up bodies with me anymore.
This is the
are you
idea I
talking
gave
about? This
Snake
is
last week.
yeah,
I
will
said
now have to
amnesia and personality change.
Also, Joe is now new party leader of finances.
Okay, that's
Stop.
fine.
Kind of.
But don't worry. I still like cutting people's hair off for smoke bombs.
Well, I mean,
one thing. All your hair's missing, Merrick.
No.
oh shit!
No.
Even
Who
I
did
can't
this?
heal that.
Because
Even
no,
you, what do
didn't.
you mean?
I
As if
thought you
there's
guys
no
said
one
that you were
better than
cutting off
you
his
at
hair.
healing.
What do you mean?
I
I'll
thought
be
you guys
good?
said you were cutting off all his hair. I got that in my notes. That you guys said you were cutting off all his hair.
Oh
Who did
shit!
this?
We
You're
did,
right.
didn't we?
One of us did, but who was it again? Was it
Wasn't
Alexa?
me.
I think it was
I
Spencer.
think it wasn't.
I think it was Spencer.
Well, it'll grow
Oh,
back.
God. Did we keep it
So-
there? That's the question.
You
Can I
currently have
murder
very
Alexa?
short hair.
Can I murder Alexa? Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not actually sure.
Apparently
Alexa
she's
has like a
comedian
rage-like
and-
capability and might be able to take you on somehow.
I mean, I'm very hurt right now, so I don't think I would win.
Yeah, you'd be absolutely screwed. You just like went and just throw your
Okay.
limp arms at her.
Well, this works
It
because
won't matter if I help you take her on. It'll be
See,
fine.
now you know what it's like to be Naruhodo.
This works for the idea that I had before, because I was gonna have a blame for someone who made me die and be kind of angry at them, but now I can be angry at someone cutting off my hair.
That works.
Fucking free of this. Well, actually, I had no involvement with the dying. That was all Snake's fault.
Yeah, that
That's
was.
true.
I'm sad
Blame
that
your
Ravs.
god. Do
I'm
that.
sad that Ravs didn't time you out today. You deserved it. He should have.
So your
'Cause I
personality
got
has
Xylus
changed
on my
through.
side, yo.
That's great.
I mean, personality in that I don't care about money or hoarding stuff very
I'm kind
much.
of scared of my character dying and then just becoming a complete daddy's girl. That's the worst case scenario. If I die, let me stay dead. Alright.
I mean, I
I'm
was
fine
just
with
too
that.
lazy to make a new character, to be honest.
So,
Next time if I
the
die, I'll make a new character.
priest says that if you spend, a full day in bed, you'll probably have fully
Before I
Uh,
leave,
Okay.
before
I'll
I
spend a
leave,
day in bed.
I'm gonna
and be
talk to this
better.
priest. So, you haven't contacted this person yet, have you?
I sent out a message as soon as I found
How
you.
much
I
are
mean,
they paying you?
I'm not being paid anything. I'm simply doing my good deed as a member of the order.
What
If
if you
only
told
you
me
knew.
you're doing a very,
If
very
only you
bad
knew.
thing?
Well, I'm gonna just leave you with the fact that what you did was exactly the opposite. You fucked up. Eric is very blunt in this case.
I realise that your intentions are good, but it might come to that I must have to fireball you later.
One day, your kindness will do you wrong. Keep that in mind.
It already has.
Well, yeah, he just fucked up badly. We can't consider Valador bad, though. He's just very dumb and
We can
doesn't
consider him
understand.
dead.
You can, but might affect my character. Might have a personality change. Oh
I
no!
don't really care.
When does everyone get a personality change?
Not me.
Oh, it's got to happen now. We can do this. We can change
Are
him
you
for
go-
the better.
Are you gonna go and try and go and kill me?
No,
So
we
that I
don't
can-
have enough money to afford it. It'd be wasteful. Also, I don't think my character's just gonna willingly kill someone that she's considered a friend. All right. Well, I
Where's
guess we have another day to
right
dick
now?
around.
No,
Yep.
for fuck's sake.
We gotta wait for Merrick. We just can't carry an injured person
Is
around.
Mouse
Yeah,
dead
we
right
can.
now?
Hmm?
Is Mouse dead? She hasn't talked yet.
Mouse went AFK to grab a child.
She is
Yeah, she's dead.
hibernating.
She's dead.
So the character is sleeping in a quarry right now.
Hibernating in a quarry.
We just go to the quarry and she's been kidnapped. Just like, fuck, I was right. The fucking pond. So, because we have a day's worth of time to dick around, because Mouse hasn't beaten me to this, I'm gonna go to this hill and make it a smiley face in canon. It's happening.
I'm
So you
surrounded by
Go up
idiots.
to the hill and you spend the whole day making a smiley face.
Therefore, I thought of first in character. I win. Alright, enough dicking around. Considering our supplies, we're well prepared for this, right? Or do we have to stock up again on food and such?
You will have used a fair amount of rations traveling here,
I thought
so you may want to stock up.
So, more rations. I need new oil for my light. That has never happened. I don't know actually how we get our light, because... Do we have anyone carrying a light source besides...
I think a lot of the time it was Sam, and we just sort of assumed it would be Sam.
Yeah.
Sam does everything we don't want to.
Yeah.
When you were in the place where you found Joe, that place was really well lit. And you haven't really been in a dungeon since then.
Still, we probably want oil in case we want to burn something and run.
Yeah.
So, oil, rations, and we want to sell off or perhaps use the usable parts of the of the toenails that I cut off.
Alright. Yeah, we need to get the eye sold, don't we?
I mean, do we want to do it here? That's the question.
I mean,
Is this
if
a
there's
really big
person-
town?
If there's a person who bids enough, yes.
Well, where are we doing the bidding? Where is the bidding place?
Marketplace, usually.
Actually, Snake, is there an auction hall?
That would be very convenient.
An auction.
Auction
No,
hall.
no.
Damn it.
Rip.
Would have been too convenient, it seems. Even Snake has its limits with convenience.
The auction
What
What's
else?
is in
so? What
that pond.
you
I
wanting
know
to
it.
sell that eye?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are selling the eye.
Okay. You
Not just
reckon
a
that the
eye.
best place to sell it? Person who. I'm really not sure who would want to buy this.
I mean, what is it? What is it even used? Why does it
Which one
have
of
such a
us has
high
the
proposed
best
value
charisma?
here? Why?
I mean, it doesn't have a high proposed value.
Well, he's
This
saying
is
it
something
does.
Ubage thought up entirely on his own.
Yeah, that's exactly what, like, which is why I'm asking Ubage. Why does it have a high value? What is your reasoning?
It's a Cyclops eyeball. There is a lot of it that can be used in alchemy.
Is there?
Think about it.
I mean, it's
Well-
just an eyeball.
Who's gonna? What alchem? What?
I mean,
What magic and
you
or
could-
alchemy requires specifically a Cyclops eyeball?
Okay, so let me explain my reasoning behind why the Cyclops eyeball might be a lot. There is a
Alright.
revival spell that essentially regrows every part of the body from one part of it.
And it
If
uses
you
eyes.
could essentially do that to a Cyclops and somehow tame it, that is a Cyclops that you
Ooh.
own.
Oh my god.
Or we could keep it.
So I'm guessing
that
the priest
point.
dude would want it.
Well, I don't know. We should go ask him.
He is a war person.
He just
So-
like gives us all the money we made.
And more.
Alright, well, yeah, let's go ask the priest if he wants us to buy this giant ass eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have mouse to kick down the door. This is where we die, though.
So you take it to the priest, who sort of looks at you oddly. It's like, why would I want an eye?
Explain to him.
For rituals or a tameable Cyclops through other means of revival.
I mean,
Do you want a pet Cyclops? Is what we're asking.
That's a lot of strength behind it. That's like 10 men. Well, of course, you have to tame it.
Yes or no? It is a very simple question.
no, I do not want a Cyclops eye.
All right, moving on to the next person.
The lady, do you want a Cyclops eye?
Not
Just
Can
particularly.
we
go down
roll
the line.
persuasion?
Wait, why don't we go to the inn that likes adventurers? I bet that lady at the counter really want to buy one. Put it up on the wall or some shit. Yeah, let's go to the inn.
I'm just gonna ignore the woman's answer.
Well, I mean, she didn't speak fast enough, so she doesn't get an answer, and
She did say not really. No.
damn it.
Okay.
Alright, so Inn Maiden, does she want the eyeball?
I mean, it's an eyeball. It would just. It's not like stuff it and mount it, is it? Really?
Actually, you can stuff and mount an eyeball. Fun fact.
What?
You probably
I
shouldn't.
couldn't.
I say we just give it to the priest as an extra
Shut
thank
up.
you for
I
reviving.
don't like your goodwill. This is not the Merrick I know. Why aren't you trying to steal our gold yet? How about we
Tailing
show this
says-
eyeball to another Cyclops?
Tailing says
But then they'll just get mad at us.
we might have more luck maybe in the markets. I think we spotted it in the south there.
Good point. To the markets.
The
There might be
markets.
someone who wants like magical things. Maybe.
Actually, wouldn't Sam know where to sell this? Sam investigated this town, and Sam would know more about these matters than any of us, really.
I am back. Sorry it took so long.
Hello.
We're trying to sell the eyeball.
Failing because Ubage has completely fabricated its value.
You
So
have no idea how many eyeballs were at my family's ma- So many.
I'm sure.
I don't know that I want to know how many eyeballs were you.
There's
at.
like 3.
What?
So you go to the market. It's fairly empty, but there is one stall that seems to be open. There is a middle-aged half-orc
Oh,
who
Orc, do you want an eyeball?
orc eyeball.
an eyeball.
Oh
Can I
no,
pickle it?
I can abuse this so much.
Can I pickle it?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I pickle it?
Yeah, you
Sure.
probably could.
You're probably,
For the
Good
right
thing I
price, you
jar.
can.
you know, it's not just any eyeball.
Do you want
It's a fucking massive eyeball,
Would
right?
you like some of my pickles?
I would rather take money, thanks.
John, the
I'll
Hey.
take the
I-
pickles too, though. I like pickles.
Hi,
Yeah.
Eric Beringster here with the giant cyclops rifle.
He kind of points to a bunch of vats next to him that seem to be full of different pickled vegetables.
Is this a pickle store that we're in?
Why?
Because there was an orc that loved to pickle things.
Pickling things makes them all small, and taste good.
Well,
It's big to start with, so even if it gets small, it'll still be big.
Oh, that's true.
you could
Ah.
probably serve a couple of families with this thing if you pickle it.
Okay, how much you want for it?
Alright, before we go on with this, how do we scam him properly? I need ideas.
Can we somehow prove to him that it is a magical eyeball that will make it? The magic will make it taste better.
Well, I don't think we can lie that much, but again, it is a Cyclops eyeball, and that kind of rarity is a lot to back that up. Also, can Sam make it like Flash or something? Wait, I know what I can do! Holy shit! I can make it so when he holds the eyeball, he starts hearing whispers.
Oh my god!
This is perfect!
He's probably
That
just
might
gonna get
scare him
scared
off.
by that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. But he is half orc. We
Have
also
you
also
heard
could
bit
just
warn him.
whispers of pickles, pickles, pickle, pickle, pickle?
Yes, pickle me, pickle me, pickle me. They'll all just be pickle me.
Just like we're just talking about this in front of him.
No, we're like huddled up. We're doing like a game. Free game. Fuck it. He doesn't understand.
So how much money?
Let me tell you something, Orc.
400 gold pieces.
It's old Merrick! I knew it! You were still in there somewhere!
Well, we still need money for supplies.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got
800.
400.
Well, that's a shame. Moving on.
How much do you have?
Could you offer anything along with the gold? And how much gold
Other
could
than
you offer?
pickles.
Like any special
I
weaponry?
wouldn't mind a pickle.
Or alcohol?
Shut up.
Pickles taste good.
I like
You're
pickles.
ruining it.
Merrick, I don't like this change that you've become. What happened to your shady atmosphere?
I'm
Shady
basically
people can
just
like pickles
making-
too.
I'm basically just making this into my normal personality.
I don't like this.
because
Welcome to
it's
the
way
club.
too easy to do that.
You are new Merrick
Yes, it
Joe.
is. Except that my personality on this character is way better.
Alright, so. How much do you have, Orc?
He sort of looks through this
One gold.
like a little pouch. He looks through. He's like,
A little pouch?
yeah,
I think
it's not
we
very
might be
big.
wasting our time.
No shit.
I've got 10 gold.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Uh,
We can take his store from him.
No!
Yes.
Pickle
10
store.
gold.
We can
And
get a bunch
pickles.
of
I got pickles.
insurance. We'll just get a bunch of insurance on the store, and then we'll burn it down because the
You're
pickles
gonna.
are inflammable.
You're
And
gonna.
then we'll get all the insurance money. I know
You're
how
We're
this
gonna burn the
works.
store
First-
down with
fir-
pickles.
Hold on. First, you're going to take a man's livelihood by giving him a Cyclops eye, and then you're going to burn his livelihood down so that he has no hope of getting it back.
But we get all the money.
No, we can throw him some. of
And
the
yeah,
insurance
exactly. And
money.
you profit off this, and only you profit off this.
See, I'm kind of surprised you're saying this because my character should be.
Also, this is way too convoluted, and it's never going to work.
True.
Yeah, we shouldn't be trying to steal this livelihood. We should probably keep looking.
Look, me
Oh,
want
you're
the
right.
eyeball.
I'm sorry, but you can't pay for it.
You can't afford the eyeball.
How
This
about
combat
pickles?
starts.
You can't
Buy a couple
handle the
pickles, though.
animal.
Oh shit.
We can buy some
Okay,
pickles off him, so
Befriend
he'll be
pickle
less
salesman.
sad.
Pickles, 1 copper each.
Oh,
Oh my
wow,
God.
that's...
Okay.
Oh no, that's. Let's just give him. We can give him a.
Can we
a
just
gold
buy a
and
bunch
just-
of pickled rations? Because, in theory,
Yeah.
that should last a long time.
Or,
We could get two-
1
Yeah.
gold for a full barrel.
we
All
can't
right,
take
let's
it.
do that. Let's
How
take a
can we
barrel.
transport
Yeah,
the
yeah,
full
actually, yeah,
barrel?
let's take a barrel. Nice.
How are we gonna transport the barrel, though?
Don't
Roll
carry
it.
it. It's pickles.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
also,
it's-
do you have
it's-
any alcohol?
I don't think
Pickled alcohol?
Pickle-based alcohol, yes.
That sounds disgusting.
I don't know. No, I don't.
Aw.
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm selling.
I've got lots of pickles.
Shit ton of pickles. How does he get all these pickles?
Well,
Millions.
He makes
people
them.
give me things and I pickle them. I like to pickle things.
How nice of them.
But they just give
No,
you
let's,
these things.
let's buy the barrel and have regrets drag it around.
Okay.
Because that
Yeah.
makes sense. Regrets will hold it.
Oh,
Hey,
by the way, did we use my crystals and stuff to pay for?
no,
Okay.
I have them.
We used your 400 odd gold.
Okay.
I think it was 450. We said.
So we have 50 left, but I already spent 2 on a drink.
Oh, I
So
still
we
have
have
2 for
48.
myself. So we have 50.
I have 115. So
I used all my
I just
gold
used
to
the
pay
gold
off
to
the
pay for
remainder of.
pickles.
I used my gold to help pay off the remainder of the horse costs. So I'm taking some of this money for myself.
So just out of curiosity, what are the things this orc pickles?
Carrots, guns.
Does he just pickle
people.
everything?
Well, there's like he's got like
oh my god! Oh, that's why the marketplace is so empty.
You pickled everyone. This is a whole new case. We can
Just
take
open
it
the
down,
barrel
we'll
and
get
it's all
money
like
from the
arms
god.
and legs.
He got rid of the competition.
he's got like like
Oh,
pickles
no.
as in like preserved vegetables in chutneys and things as
So
well.
first,
And then he's got
first-
big barrels filled with like pickled cucumbers, pickled onions.
Does he have
Hold on.
pickled radish?
He
hold
does,
on.
yes.
Yeah.
Pickled
So the
cabbages.
first thing he does is what is it? Make the other people who are selling things, the other merchants, brain dead, and then he pickles them so that they
Is it
are
a new
actually in
B-list
fact
horror
preserved
film?
vegetables.
The pickler.
Wow.
Oh gosh, it's a new serial killer.
I like this.
no. This is not good. I don't like this.
The pickle
This could be
killer.
a story
It's
that
fine.
Joe
Just get
takes
a
around.
barrel of pickles. It's all
This
good.
is a story that Joe takes around the pickler. How he kills
Pickler.
off his. Yeah, that's
So-
amazing.
Which pickled vegetable would you be wanting?
All of them.
Radish.
What? Does he have like a trail mix?
Cucumbers.
Trail mix barrel.
Yeah. Do you have
Just
like?
random bunch of
assorted
stuff
barrel.
inside.
He says, yeah, I could put like a bunch of them into one barrel.
Because
Yeah.
you don't really know what all of your
I'm
stuff is.
buying a
right?
barrel
You have
of
to have a
pickled
sample.
cucumbers for myself.
Okay.
So,
We're gonna have too
pickles.
many barrels. Oh God.
Hmm.
I'll
They're not-
use some
not
of
giant
my.
But-
I'll use some of my 2 gold to buy a assorted pickle thing for everyone.
I just want radish.
okay.
I'm getting a radish barrel.
How many barrels do you want?
We just need barrels.
We're getting 3.
We're gonna buy out his store and then he can
We're
afford the
getting
eyeball.
3 barrels.
Yeah, we'll just make all the money back.
Oh my god.
Can you just imagine, like, after we buy out everything, he fills a bunch of jars with pickled eyeball? Next person walks in to, like, buy their pickled stuff, and they just see a bunch of eyeballs.
No! Can you just
Okay,
not...
no, we're just gonna get 2
Three
barrels.
One
There will
barrel
only
is
be
enough.
2 barrels maximum.
Okay, fine, 2.
Because I can't argue with Vigdis, and we'll have the assorted mix.
Ugh,
Okay, so you now own 2 barrels of
pickled stuff.
pickled things. One of pickled cucumbers, one of assorted pickled vegetables.
We're gonna pick out a fucking toe out of all of them. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get the toe?
Oh no.
This is
if
gonna
he's-
be like a rolling thing.
Thing
Whenever
Thing is, if he's
We
pickled
roll-
all of the merchants, there's
I'm
bound to be a
I think I'm
penis in
gonna
there
have
as
to
well.
make like I'm gonna have to make a list of everything that's in this.
Can you make us roll for this so we do have a chance at picking out like a severed finger? This would be great.
Okay.
Like I said, if there's pickled people, there is bound to be genitalia in there.
Oh God! No!
That's what I was thinking, because I got the one of cucumbers.
I bet
So,
Vigdis would
Pickled
want that one.
dicks.
So I'm gonna make sure this isn't poisoned right now. I'm gonna eat one. I'm gonna pull one out of the assorted mix. Just
Okay.
test the waters, see if it tastes good.
You
Roll
gotta
for
roll for
taste
that.
buds.
No, roll for,
taste
roll-
buds.
Roll for which one you get.
Oh, that's a good point. Just a regular D20. What do I get? Looking in the barrel. What do I get? I hope it's not a finger or something.
I'm still deciding what's in here.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
You want me to put 20 things in?
No,
Okay.
you should put 100 things in, and then he has to roll a d100.
Just 100
Hang on,
random
I'm making
things
it
that we
up
can
on the
pick out.
fucking spot, guys.
I just pick out like a
Uh.
piece of paper and it says "Help me." He's making us all into pickled vegetables. He wants that eye because he's a wizard. He needs ingredients for his spells. This only gets weirder as we talk about the pickler.
No shit.
He's amazing though. He's a half-orc that pickles stuff.
People, apparently.
Can we recruit him?
Oh gosh.
You guys want to recruit a pickler?
I don't know, is he a druid? Because we have a tendency to take those along.
I don't know. Let's ask him. Orc, are you a druid?
He's a pickler.
That's a class now.
Yes.
No, obviously he's a man of class. Definitely a ranger.
We should make a custom class and call it the Pickler.
Mouse Tubes has been.
His level
drawing the
10
armor
ability is
and
to
the
pickle
dog.
a
Yeah, I've
person.
been adding it.
Most of his
That's great.
abilities make him make enemies flammable, of course.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tubes does the best art.
He just makes them flammable. Doesn't set them on fire though. Just makes them flammable.
Yeah, a pickler high elf? Like, high elves get a cantrip from the wizard class. They get one cantrip.
So they could get fireball.
Yeah, so they could just pickle people and then burn them. The ultimate combo.
No. Well, what would a half-orc pickler do?
Nothing. They just pickle shit.
Of
That's
course.
the fun of it.
Trying to think of other things this guy would put in. I'm
I
up to
love how
14.
Snake is going through with this. Also, you still have to acknowledge that I already rolled to pick out something.
Okay, well, I've gotten to 6. You picked out a radish.
It's perfect. This barrel knows me. It's like my mother.
The barrel is your mother?
That would be a sick thought. The barrel was my mother the whole time. Oh god,
No.
that's terrifying. I eat
That's where
radish.
your mother went. She got pickled.
Definitely. Obviously, my dad works with the pickler. This is all linking together. It's how he disposes of his competition.
Makes a little bit too much sense, eh?
It's a little bit too much. How does the radish taste, Nick?
Absolutely disgusting. I think you just bath.
Maybe. Still have to use it.
Throw up on the spot. Roll to
Okay,
see
I'm
if
up
you
to
throw
18. Some of these are pretty disgusting.
Oh
Okay.
god, I like where this is going.
Can I roll
up.
to
Just
see what I
pickled
get?
shit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everyone pick out something from the barrel. See what
Do I-
happens.
wait, do I get
I'm
my
not
minus
picking from
4
that barrel.
on this?
What's that?
Do I get my minus 4 on this?
No, it's
Darn.
Yes.
Just you can't pick stuff out anymore. You can't go apple bobbing now, boy. Oh shit!
Okay, Jman,
Yeah,
you got a parsnip,
okay.
All right, that's
all
nice.
right. Fair enough.
and Joe, you're not quite sure what this is. You think it might be a rat.
Oh shit!
Give
It's
it to
already
Victus.
begun.
Give it to Victus.
I'll eat it, yeah.
Sure, I'll give it to Victus.
It's already begun.
You know what, Victus? Can I partake in your barrel instead?
Sure.
You just like you can't. You just pick out another rat. And you can't get away.
No, mine is just cucumbers. It's not assorted.
And perhaps rat.
We've made a mistake.
This is beautiful. I'm gonna love this so much. Just
It's
we
like a
gotta
barrel
eat.
of wonders.
This is how all rations should be done. You roll to pick something out of a pickled barrel.
This is what we do now.
So does this negatively affect me by eating the radish?
No, the radish tastes, very strongly of vinegar.
I love vinegar.
Vinegar.
There's nothing
Lovely.
ordinary about it, except for that rat that Joe just took out of the barrel.
Yeah,
Not sure if
and
he's
that's-
playing a joke on us, but
Can we move on now?
No.
Okay, right. I have
Can we
finished.
find
I have
person to
finished the
sell
mixed
this
pickle barrel.
fucking eyeball to?
can we warm up the barrel? We'll make stew. Just boil it.
No. Can we just find a person to sell the bloody eyeball to?
Good point. All right, let's pickle the eyeball and then sell.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no!
Okay. Let's go find someone. What would I be rolling ideally to find someone in
Investigation.
Investigation, yeah.
investigation? Alright. Wait, does anyone have better investigation? Like, this is intelligence based. Looking at you,
yes,
Joe.
I have 5 because I have proficiency.
Alright,
Mine's only 1.
go ahead.
I don't have anything.
16.
Alright.
Okay. Joe, you realize that with this being a small town, there's probably no one who's really going to want something as a magical reagent.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to sell it to, like, maybe the butcher would want it?
Mystery Meat Tuesdays needs new meat.
I mean, we can go to the butcher's, I guess.
Well, how big is this eyeball?
Huge.
It's a Cyclops eyeball. It's
Like, it's, you know, probably big enough that you'd have to hold it in 2 hands.
Imagine,
Okay.
I just imagined that it was about the size of a man.
you know those yoga balls?
Not that
It's
big,
like
no,
that size,
no.
the size of a yoga ball.
Yeah,
A
probably
yoga
about
ball
that
size.
big.
That's significantly
Maybe a
more
little bit
boring.
smaller than that.
Yoga ball mini.
Ugh. That's significantly less exciting.
Well, it was just a Cyclops, not an actual, big giant guy.
Was it a baby Cyclops? You never know.
So while you guys have been doing that, Tailing wandered off when you started talking about pickles. So he's going to try to find the shepherd that Sam was talking about.
Alright. Shall we go try and sell the eyeball to the butcher?
Let's see how much he offers, and if
Yeah.
not, the town we return to, I'm pretty sure we can sell it to the guild that Sam's in. They might offer a good price for it.
You mean the same guild that I'm in?
Yeah,
You fucking nut.
I bet there is something that you could do with it.
I'm
Might get a
not
little bit
buying
extra.
it.
Well, I mean, you could be the one selling it. They might give you extra.
Joe,
I-
you know that your group
Mhm.
would not want an eyeball.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why
I
not?
don't even need to say it myself.
You know, I would be okay tearing off one of my own, you know, if it gets price. So, how much does the butcher offer? And
He
does he
says-
say fresh meat?
Turns out it's a crab shack.
He's also
Um,
a half orc.
No, it's actually a woman, and they are
Oh
human.
shit!
She is a half orc. Oh. Disappointment.
Ask her if she likes pickling things.
She's in love with the pickler, but he's too dumb to realize.
She's too dumb to realize that he's a serial killer.
Oh god,
We haven't found an arm in there yet.
he's killing everyone in this town. He's the
We're gonna
one
set up
behind the
nerves
hills.
before we leave, anyway.
He's the cult leader.
It all makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
Except for
Really
the
doesn't.
hills.
None of it. Interestingly enough, none of it makes any sense. So,
So the butcher says that since there's a fair amount of meat on it, she'll offer you 20 gold.
wow, that's
Hmm.
slightly disappointing. You know, I once sold a magnifying lens for 500 gold.
Must have been one good magnifying glass.
Nope, the person buying it was just an idiot who wanted to burn ants.
Here, look. This eyeball isn't really just for meat, to be honest. Think, if you find a decent person with magic, You could have them revive the Cyclops and have a pet
Have
Cyclops.
infinite meat.
That's what I already said, but we'd have to pay said
You-
person to revive
didn't-
the
I'm-
Cyclops.
You
the-
didn't
the
say this
butcher
for the
says-
source.
The butcher says, I'm not sure how it works, but I'd need to like keep it fresh, and I can only do that for like salting it and things.
Oh
and-
no! There
no,
is
no, you
someone
don't
we
have to-
know.
You can
that
pickle it.
God damn it! Just straight up to it.
You know,
Pickle.
there's someone you might like down at the bar or whatever.
I-
They
I
pickle
know.
She just brings it to the pickle.
I know about Grund. I'm not sure if the spell. I've know nothing of spells really, but would it work with a pickled eye?
Oh, definitely.
Well,
The
hold on. I
Cyclops
need to
would just
question
be in a
this.
lot of pain.
Hold on. I need to question this from my own knowledge. So this would be on the matter of arcane.
Yeah.
So, which I don't have. So, Joe, could you?
I do.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, should I roll?
Yeah, go on.
We just huddle together again.
Oh,
shit!
one off.
Nice.
One off.
Okay,
Definitely knows.
you reckon that like if it was a very high level spell, it would still have to be a fairly fresh
Pickled eye.
eye. Like you couldn't really preserve it in any way.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, she doesn't know this. Joe does.
No. That is true.
So if
Exactly.
you want to sell it to her, you could roll deception.
Sure, let's see if that works. What is my deception?
It should be on
Oh,
there.
I actually think I have a very high deception.
Oh, it's
I have
zero
the
because
highest
my charm is-
perception. You're wrong.
My
No.
charisma is shit.
Deception. I have 4.
Deception.
I have 4 deception. If
Go.
we want to.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Ah,
Oh shit! Holy crap! He did it! Oh my god! We get the store at this point. Get us the
So,
butcher store. We
As you
own
can
it now.
see,
Okay,
that's a very
well-
valuable artifact here. Think of all the manual labor you could do if you had a pet Cyclops to help you carry around stuff.
You know,
Cut
you're
all the
Still
meat.
can't cast the
for a
spell.
natural
What do you
for a
mean?
natural 20. That is the most unenthusiastic argument I have ever heard.
I don't care.
I see what you mean, but I couldn't cast the spell myself.
Well, we know
I need to-
someone who
Yeah,
could.
We know a high priest.
Is a high level wizard.
We know a high priest. I was just dead and
There's a
was
high priest. Yeah, exactly.
very
This guy
recently.
was just
They
revived.
can actually do it because they got
Yes,
him.
they can do it.
This
I
man
have
was
a lot of
revived
that.
by said high priest.
He's like posing.
yeah.
We're showing him off.
I'm still a little under the weather, but
suppose
that's
I
better
can-
because
Natural
that was
20
a
snake.
Cyclops.
I suppose I
to.
can offer you. I don't have 100 gold.
Give us a shit ton of
Okay.
meat and pickle it. Put it in this barrel. We need to add more things to it.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, 100 gold and lots of the meat. That'll be fine.
Okay, I'll say 100 golds and
A moderate amount of the meat.
Half of a cow.
she sort of points at like she has like a rack of smoked meat. All of our smoked meat. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yes.
Back
Yes.
to the
We'll
pickler we
never
go.
need to resupply.
That's
No, smoked is already preserved.
this. Yeah,
The smoking system.
it's not a
conveys it.
huge amount of smoked meat, but there's a fair amount there.
Okay.
It's
We're
maybe
never gonna have to resupply again.
maybe enough for like 2 weeks there.
Okay, yeah, that's a long time.
Just wrap it up and let's take it. Let's go.
Yeah.
All
we can
right.
do That and the pickle.
I'll take the gold.
We
Yep.
can.
We're set
So
for
you
the-
Well,
got
actually-
100 gold and a bunch
I-
of smoked meat from this.
Yes.
Every time I get more gold, I just get more encumbered.
Do you get more powerful? That is the question. Do your fireballs get strong?
Does someone want to carry my explorer's pack? It weighs 59, whatever.
You should
could
probably
put it on
give
your
that-
horse. You could put it on your horse.
Oh yeah, I could put it on my horse.
You could put it on regrets.
All right.
Is regrets already holding 2 barrels?
Regrets
Oh,
is
yeah.
only holding 1 barrel and perhaps the smoked barrel.
Dog has the other barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dog and regrets are barrel boy.
Roll fast because I just realized I
I'll put it
didn't
on
do
my
this
horse.
yet. For a poison kit and disguise kit, what would the attribute be?
Mhm.
Disguise at Valadar and just fuck with Eric.
Oh no.
It'd be hard to
Because-
pull off that puke green
Well,
cape though.
It's probably because it's disgusting.
We could pickle the cape.
Because I have a feeling I might need to
No.
use the poison kit somewhere in the future.
Oh, why is that?
Can you disguise as the butcher and go seduce
Well,
the pickler?
Someone happened to cut off my hair recently. I quite
We're
like my
making
long
this
hair.
happen. We even have the priest for the wedding. This can all happen.
See, I quite liked my hair, and now it's missing. So I have a feeling I might need a poison kit somewhere sometime soon. Perhaps by the time the next meal rolls around.
Didn't you already pick one up?
Oh, I have a poison kit. I just don't know like what the set would be for it. Like I don't know the proficiency for it. Like how that. I know with my roll I got the proficiency in it.
Apparently Deltos just went live on Twitch. I don't see that at all.
But like,
What?
would you add? Would that be intelligence that you add to it?
Yes, probably.
Okay, same for disguise kit.
Intelligence disguise kit? Yeah, intelligence as well.
Okay,
Another 20.
that works. Not using it right
Okay.
now, but might be needed sometime.
I will hope Dark Tubes makes plenty of good drawings from this stream. Imagine all the barrels.
All the barrel.
Yeah, I ship Pickler X Butcher.
So you spent probably most of the day now hunting around for this butcher and messing around with the pickler. And
I'm just looking through the pictures that Dark Tubes.
I know. I love
yeah,
all the
no,
pictures.
those are great.
I'm waiting for how she shows the pickler.
Are you
How does the
mentally
pickler look?
stable? Are you mentally stable? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this asshole? Case and point.
I will never get over the trunk. The trunk is the best one.
Oh my gosh.
Roots and trunk.
Ugh.
I think Tubes was like drawing Joe because
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe's got a feather hat. He looks like a pimp. Why would no one want to draw him?
Yeah.
so yes, if no one's wanting to do anything else during the day,
I need to rest. I'm still
yeah.
very, very hurt.
I don't know how you pulled off that 20 deception, but I'm proud of you. I still want old Merrick back though.
Even with that, like even with the -4, that's still a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a -4,
Amazing.
don't you?
Yeah.
So yes, The woman in the inn, I'm assuming you'd be staying in the same inn since she's offering you a decent deal. Looks a little bit confused when you suddenly have an extra companion in the form of Merrick.
Don't question it. It's better if you don't question.
Well, where was my body when I was dead?
It was stored within the shrine.
Oh, okay.
As soon as they arrived in Red Lodge.
I should have taken his eyebrows. I didn't
No.
get that.
Then you would be poisoned too.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh shit. Listen, I just
didn't
want
say
the
anything.
eyebrows.
I didn't say
I just
anything.
want it.
I'm certainly not gonna poison someone whose name starts with A and ends in Alexa.
Hey, Alexa?
Hey, Alexa.
Hey,
Hey, Alexa.
A.
Alexa.
Right, so the get to a new day. Merrick, you no longer have the -4 to everything.
Yay.
I feel like a new man.
And Tilling says, so I talked to that shepherd yesterday and he said he'd be willing to take us up to that grave site he found for a little bit of money.
We can offer him
Pickles?
some pickles. Also, Tandling, would you like something out of the pickled barrel?
Sure, I guess.
Yes. It's happening. Roll for him, Snake. Yes!
That's one of the more normal ones.
Fuck! My plan to kill my party with pickled food.
Yeah, he pulls out a pickled egg.
Oh man, that's a good one. I'm kind of jealous now.
Yeah.
So he goes, oh, not bad. Pops in his mouth. Sam says she's going to stick behind.
I mean,
Okay.
you didn't do much in combat, realistically.
Bye, Sam. We'll see you.
We'll
Okay.
miss you.
Hopefully I won't be dead when we get back here again.
We just come out with a live Merrick and return with a dead Merrick. This is why we need more Merricks.
Well, no, if I die again, I'm just gonna make a new character at
No,
that
we
point,
need more
because
Merricks.
it's meant to be.
Can we clone Merrick? Can we start getting into the weed?
Can we not?
Yes.
Can we just not? Right?
Maybe we should have kept that eyeball to, clone.
Clone the Cyclops that the Cyclops that was trying to kill us. Sounds like a
Cyclops
brilliant
that
idea.
succeeded in killing
Just
us.
imagine she somehow does revive the Cyclops and we return and the village is just destroyed by a Cyclops that we helped revive.
Pickles everywhere!
We'll get to kill him again and get a new eye.
No,
And
it'll
also
be the same
we can-
eye. Still pickled and everything.
Thing is, we'll be able to loot the village, and then we'll just go to the next village that we want to destroy.
It's the perfect plan to scam someone to revive the Cyclops. Cyclops destroys
Look at
village.
the last
Village.
picture Tubes made.
I mean, hopefully Merrick doesn't die the next time. Maybe he'll fix them if they do. Maybe he will.
Fix him.
Yes. We just keep killing him until his personality returns to regular.
Of course, that's how it works.
Well,
I'm not gonna spend all
guess-
my money over and over again like that.
all the way to the graveyard. So the graveyard. How much is he asking for, the shepherd?
The wrong bit. He asks for 5 gold.
We can do that.
5 gold, and you have to pick something out of this barrel.
Oh shit. Yes. Yes.
He says, okay.
Aw.
The barrel of doom. What did he pick out?
Pulls something out, it's like, it's rather leathery.
What is it? Is it another rat?
Is this a shoe?
I don't know, just eat it. It's pickled.
He tries to give it a bite, it's like, that's too tough, whatever it is.
Victus can eat it.
I'll eat it. Okay, no, I
She
won't.
will.
As well, no.
Delicious shoe.
This is how we do business. We pay them, and they pick something out of the barrel.
Yes.
This is a horrible way of doing business.
And while they're picking, you can sell them the cleric life insurance.
And I'm trying
Yeah, this is.
counting how many times that's been now, so that's 1, 2.
When does one of us just pick out a knife and just? I don't like
You
a
don't
knife.
realise that you don't have to eat what you pick out.
Yes, you do.
No, we can put
No.
it back in.
You or someone
I
else.
don't
will
like
pick
the
it.
Someone else
Victus.
pick it.
All right, let's establish a rule of the barrel right now.
Alright, I'm not touching
You
that
cannot
barrel.
put back anything you pick out of the barrel. You don't have to eat it, but you may not put it back. You can toss it. You can
Well,
sell
by
it.
the
I
end,
don't
we'd
even
have
know
all the
how.
great stuff to pick out in there.
Just like watch me pick out the eyeball, the massive Cyclops eyeball. He bought it and then put it in a barrel.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
The shenanigans never end.
oh no.
Okay. So, the shepherd leads you out the hills. Just see if there's actually a point mark. So he takes you maybe a few miles outside of Red Larch, and on a barren hilltop, there are 4 freshly dug graves.
Freshly
Oh,
dug?
no.
Oh,
Yep,
Huh.
the earth
lovely.
is piled nearby, and like stones cover the graves, but there's still sort of a smell of rot in the air.
Mm. Oh,
All
nice.
right. I'm going to investigate.
These graves, they are fresh.
I'm going to determine, or at least try to determine, an exact date of when they were buried. So, what would that be exactly?
Well, you've not seen who's in the graves.
I'm
so you,
making.
like.
I'm determining by the soil and
Oh, okay.
rough estimate.
The soil.
The
I'd
soil.
say like an investigation check
Yes.
then.
All right. Also, Joe, I'd like it if you also.
You want me to pitch in?
Yeah. I'll give you
Oh.
1 gold piece. You know you can.
Fine.
And to pick at the barrel.
Yeah, well,
No,
I rolled
we
worse
can't do
than
it
you.
like that. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I did it better. So, off of my rough estimate, how long has the soil been moved? And
probably no more than a week old.
Alright, it is probably the dwarves. Do you guys want to dig up the graves and potentially fight skeletons?
Sure.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
I'm not digging.
who is wanting to dig?
Sure.
Okay.
Why
Kelly.
not? What could possibly go wrong?
Skeleton.
Nothing.
Dwarven skeleton.
So
Mm-hmm.
these when you dig them up, the corpses are fairly fresh. So obviously not skeletons yet. There is a male dwarf. Looks like he's wearing sort of fairly like commoner's clothes, like you'd see on anyone from Red Lodge. There is a female human warrior dressed in a red surcoat with a black axe. If anyone, what's a good one?
Victus, that's a weapon.
Well, yes, but is it a hand axe? Because those are the weapons.
If anyone wants to make an insight roll to see if they recognize it.
It's just a cursed axe. No one touch it. I'll
Um,
make an insight.
No, she's wearing like the black axe is a symbol on her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's something else.
You, a couple of you vaguely recognize this as being the symbol of some town up in Icelandale, which is probably this Mirror Bar place. So there is also a male human warrior dressed in a black cloak and strange stony armor.
Strange stony armor.
Hmm.
Wait a second.
Stony.
I've heard of this before. Well, I've heard something similar. There is armor that possesses you, and you become the armor. That's just a myth. Let's put the armor on, guys. Who fits it best?
Armor. Why would you wear armor?
I wear studded leather. Who needs it?
The armor
It's
looks
just because you're kinky like that.
the armor looks pretty fairly damaged as well.
It's pretty
Like,
tight.
Of course it is.
I mean, the guy who's wearing it looks like he was killed while wearing it. So
Oh, so it's just massively damaged.
yeah.
Alright.
And there is also
Well done.
a male human in a white robe, black feathers at the shoulders.
Alright. Is that you?
They all have died from like arrows and or mace blows. Looks like.
Okay, so this leads me to my question.
Mace blows.
Does
In
the
other words-
shepherd know of the path that we're going to be investigating? Has he traveled on it?
He says, "Well, it's the quickest way up to town of Belliard."
Is it surrounded by hills?
Oh
Is it
yes,
perhaps
yeah, definitely.
surrounded by
Okay.
fog?
So this makes sense. If their death is by arrows, something on those hills are shooting down. They have the complete advantage. These people would not have any chance the moment they entered the path. They would be absolutely filled to the brim with arrows and have nothing that they could do. They have the disadvantage in every way. So, if we're traveling on this path, we could end up in the same fate. So
Well, you say that.
But we killed a
Uh,
Cyclops. We're better.
Yeah. But, well, I can create a fog cloud and just sort of move it as we move in there. So
Good
they
point.
can't shoot us because they don't know where we are.
That is a good point.
Also, are you saying they were visibly, like you can see that they were killed by, what was it, maces as well? Or was it just blunt
Yeah.
objects?
Well, blunt objects, but probably maces.
How steep would
Alright.
these hills be? Could someone walk up one, or would they have to climb harshly up one?
They're not too steep. You know, the
Are you saying we go up the hills and just
Yeah.
ambush
No,
the
that would take
archers?
way too much time to travel though. If we were to travel on the hills, we'd take too long to actually get where we need to be.
Because we're
Okay,
in a
then,
hurry.
like,
Well,
yeah, well, we are.
so we need to find a compromise of while also not being absolutely fucked by people who are in the hills. So I like the idea of using smoke as cover as we move. Like, how long is it up, and can you like stack it?
Do I still have my hair?
No, you don't.
No, not my hair. The hair that
Alexa
for
just
smoke
reaches for her
bombs.
pocket and pats it.
The hair.
yes, you do still have the hair that.
Okay, I can make a few of those real fast, so we can use that as cover.
What?
I'm gonna be in the front ahead of the
You
smoke
said
as
we
much
need
as
smoke.
possible if we're gonna do this.
You said we
Burning
need
hair.
smoke. I can make smoke bombs out of hair.
We can just
Of course
plug
you
our
can.
noses. How are we gonna see? Exactly, that's the biggest problem.
We're just gonna walk forwards.
Like with the fog, can you see since you
So
created?
there isn't actually
I don't
much
know.
fog at the minute in the area.
I haven't tried it.
Use it right now. Just flood the graveyard with fog.
I'm not wasting a spell slot. It only lasts 1 hour, so I can
can
get a
waste
maximum of
mine.
4 hours of use of this.
Oh wow, actually that's ideal. That's what we need.
Actually, hold on. No, I cannot move it.
Oh.
Actually,
it
no, hold
roll?
on. I can move it with my other spell, which is a level 2 spell called Gust of Wind. Although it is described as a blast, so
Can you control
That probably
the
would not work
blast?
so well.
Like if it's too powerful, you'll just blow away the fog.
yeah, that's. Hold on. Do these hills have fog on them? Are they foggy hills? I was going to ask this question
No,
anyway,
they're not usually foggy hills.
but are they now?
They're not at the minute, no.
Mhm.
In
When
fact,
these people were. Oh,
it's
God.
fairly clear day.
All right, we'll be fine. Let's go to the go to
Also-
the path.
Another question.
Mhm.
Is there any kind of fire starting? Like, is anyone holding tint or anything visible, like matches? Do any of them have that? Well, actually,
What's
I'd have to
this?
search the bodies. Hold on.
On the bodies.
Yeah. So that would be a perception?
Yep.
Alright, this is the best thing I do. Perfect.
I mean, the female warrior dressed in like the Mirabar sort of uniform, has like a small flint and steel.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
In order for us to actually travel through, we're not going to have any fires. It'll give
Okay.
us less of a chance of being spotted because the people in the hills, they're just going to see the smoke rising up and they'll know exactly where we are. mean, granted,
Thank
we're
you.
walking through the path, but we'll have less time where we're being chased.
So,
So,
are you wanting to look around for any sign of people, or
well, I was gonna ask if I could go like find a weapon shop, a blacksmith or something. But
Good.
oh, back in Red Lodge, you mean?
Yeah, but well, yeah, back in there, but it's a bit late now. Sure, signs of people. If you suggest it, it must be the right thing to do, right?
Make a survival check then.
Ooh, a survival check.
Yep. Oh,
Where
actually,
is that?
no, investigation. Investigation.
Oh, that's way better. Survival's 0. Investigation is a 5. Hey.
This scenario we've been presented with is just absolutely terrifying.
So,
Mm-hmm.
judging
Are
from
there
what
animals
you can
around?
see in the surrounding area,
Roll for that.
you can't see many. There's a few like sheep dotted around on the hills.
Okay.
Roll for animal husbandry.
Um,
No,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
the-
while y'all
the-
are doing this, I can sit down, do a little ritual thingy, and then talk to the sheep.
You do that.
Any-
The people.
Yeah, see if they saw any people around.
No, but the
The-
people. What did I see?
area around here looks as though it's been a battlefield.
Oh boy.
There's quite a few broken arrows and stuff, and this is
Hey guys, there was a battle here.
you can also see because this hill is quite a good like lookout point around the sort of plains to the south. But maybe 2 miles north of you, you see a slender tower circled by large birds.
Birds. How big are the birds?
They look like very large. Like
Are they big enough for me and Vigdis to sit on and fly?
it's hard to tell from this distance, but possibly.
Ooh.
Should we go to the tower?
We should
Yes,
go
we
there,
should. Yes. I like this plan. I want a pet bird that I can fly on. Yes.
Oh boy.
Who wouldn't want that?
Alright.
That's very useful.
I have to leave suddenly.
All right, okay. It's
Ah.
possibly a good point to end this session since it's hitting 11 o'clock.
I'm sad I
Okay,
won't
yeah.
get to sit around.
Alright.
Darn. I'm gonna have to go shower because I came here straight from finishing weeding. And I'm very sweaty.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. As hot as it is, I might just go take a shower too,
Yeah.
just 'cause it's hot.
Yes. Luckily, it's like right about to rain, so we had the cold front come in, like as
Oh,
we were doing it.
nice.
Yeah.
It was supposed to rain here on like the 4th, but it didn't. Then we got a little bit of rain the next day, and that's it. We didn't have any of the big storms yet.
We had good amount of rain Friday, I think. Oh, I mix up all the days when I'm on break.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Because it doesn't matter anymore. So it's like, what day is it again?
Yeah, if it's not a Xylus stream day, then they're
Yeah.
all the same day.
Exactly.
Mine are all just days of work.
Yeah,
Sunday's my only day off.
Which is all the same day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I have done nothing productive except I actually did do job applications 2 days ago.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was fun. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I've
Yeah.
never lied so much in my life.
Yeah. The only job I never had to, lie about to, you know, on the resume or whatever was, the military. So,
Hmm.
Was it for the illegal activities before joining the military?
no.
Obviously.
The FBI investigated me to get my security clearance, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my
while they
dad
were
had to do that.
investigating, I had a friend that was caught with intent to sell. So,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, that was fun explaining, but
Yeah. My dad recently had to apply for a security clearance, I think.
oh yeah.
And he had to fill out the form like, okay, every sibling, and he has like 14
Wow.
siblings. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, you're
okay,
Catholic,
let's
right?
find all their addresses. No, they were Mormon.
Okay, that works
So,
too.
yes. Yes, that works too. But yeah, so it's like, okay, you gotta contact all the siblings to figure out where they
Yeah.
live now.
Well, re-upping is not going to be as difficult as the first time around one, though. Because you don't have to go back to when you're 16 or 10 years, whichever was longer, and, everything about you, where they go interview your neighbors and everything else.
Yeah. That would not be good. Well, not good, but just very tedious.
Yes.
It's like, interview all the neighbors, yes, they're just a normal person.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
rid
and
of
you're allowed to have been in some trouble before and everything else. Mostly what they're looking for
Oh,
is
yeah.
anything that, you can be blackmailed with, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those best interests to be completely honest with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna head out now.
Yep.
All right.